What about writing prompts? What if you're kind of stuck with something? What do you use as a prompt? I know you had talked about going to a cafe only to eavesdrop and get ideas, which sounds great, but I know there's other things that can jog someone's creativity, and you know how you have those in all these writing classes, the teacher, okay, take out a piece of paper, okay, I want you to look at, you know, what you had for breakfast this morning, something very simple like that. But there's other more sort of obscure prompts.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I think for just getting something started, like I can't write at all is almost, oh, it's almost a dream to me now. I think because what happens is you get in a place where projects are lengthy and you're in the middle of projects, and so usually you're fixing things or kind of reinterpreting things, like so you kind of already know where you're going to go. But just in terms of like if I have a blank slate and this fictional life where like all my projects were finished, I'm like, what am I going to do next? I love prompts. Early in my writing career, I had kind of one of those books that was the writer's book of days, and it just has, you know, what is the coldest day that you've ever experienced? And then you can do fiction, you can do nonfiction, the coldest day. It just takes those words, like little, you know, there's the one where you open a book and pick a sentence, and then you write from that. I saw one the other day as I was flipping through the short film book I'm going to be using, and I can't remember, but it was like they had something kind of set up and the person has to make a decision. And so, and I thought that was really nice because it implies character and action and motivation all in that same thing. Whereas, you know, the coldest day could end up just being kind of like an elegy for snow on trees. Like this, once you know there's a decision, you know a lot of things. So those kinds of things. I don't know if you've ever...
You know, I think when I was working on my thesis, I did prompts a lot because I was on a deadline. I felt like it had to be perfect. And one of my girlfriends bought me that writer's block book that's like a block of prompts, and it has pictures and words and things like that. So I would start off with that, but sometimes even putting myself on a timer and just going, write something. You know, just the act of, and finding, you know, like I'd end up writing about dancing or music or, you know, anything that sound. The sound was often very, because I had like a little egg timer, and just the ticking of it. I think I do think that I connect rhythmically to things, and so like water, like, you know, sometimes showers are just a great prompt, you know, to get myself outside of myself. So there isn't. I don't tend to use prompts a lot, but I do, you know, use music as a way to get out of myself and into something else, you know, but nothing that sounds grand or fantastic. It's whatever gets me outside of myself is what usually is a great prompt for me, I think.